Hi guys, welcome back to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019, and in this quick video I just wanted to show you and have a little bit of discussion about, I guess, field of view a little bit in Modern Warfare, but also how exposed you can be when you think you're not. So what we've got at the top, this is me kind of running around, and at the bottom we've got our fella who is just posted up. And so he's locked up against this, you know, when you click in your right stick. So he's resting his gun against this telephone box to reduce recoil and to peek around the corner. And you may well be under the false impression that when you do this, you're fairly safe. Because you think, well, I'm just peeking around the corner. However, if I come across here, and again, if you look at the top screen, if we get so we're kind of pretty much opposite each other, you can see that in fact most of the player's body is exposed. In fact, the only bit of his body that isn't really exposed is his shoulder. That would be the bit that was kind of up against the structure, and I guess the gun would be up against it a little bit as well. So by looking at the bottom screen, you know, the screen you'd see when you're running around, you may well think, hey, I'm pretty well hidden here. But to the guy who's coming up to you, he's like, oh wow, easy kill. You know, I can see almost all of him. I can get a chest shot, I can get a headshot dead easy. The other thing I want to show you as well is that what I want you to concentrate on here is concentrate on the bottom screen, so what the person who's posted up can see. So as I come across here, see, he can see me, right? So we can see each other there. If you look at the top screen, I can see him. He can see me. Now obviously he can't see the red lines because they haven't appeared yet. But if I come across here and kind of come around this way here, now at this point here, I can see the other player. I can see his leg and I can see his shoulder. Now the other guy can just, if I move around a bit, the other guy can kind of see me just, but what you'll see is the little red name tag that appears above the player hasn't appeared yet. So this is a great thing. So I can clearly see this person's head, I can see their chest, I can see their their right leg and their right arm, where if you look at the shot down below, they can just about see me, but the red markers haven't appeared yet. So what I'm saying is be very aware of how much you expose yourself when you're posting up. You know, when you're doing this, when you're clicking in and you're looking around, because you're probably a lot more exposed than you think you are. And in fact, one of the things that you can do to kind of negate this is, rather than come up and see, here we go. So this is good example. The other guy can see me. So if I come up against this post, you'd think I'd be tucking in right behind the post, wouldn't you? But no, look, it's like my whole body's exposed. One of the ways that you can get around this a little bit is, instead of coming up and peeking like this, which is really exposing yourself, move back and kind of look round the edge from a distance like this, you know, and that will give you a little bit more chance to see people who are sort of camping a little bit, holding down a power position. Now I guess the next thing I wanted to show you as well is a little bit of field of view stuff as well. So that's basically what I can see when I'm running around. So if you look at the top screen, if I was coming from, say, here, and I'm coming around this corner here and then heading off over here, right, I just want to set it up so that I can't quite see the other player. So if you look at my screen on the top, you can see that I can't see the player on the bottom screen, but the player on the bottom screen can see me. Okay, so you do get these strange things that happen, because this is a video game after all. Or you might get something like that, where I can see the player on my right, but he can't see me. And so this is just an example of how just because you can't see somebody, but they may well be forward of you. So there's another example there where that person is in front of me but to my right, where they can see me but I can't see them. So when you do get killed, you think, well, how on earth did that happen? It's just something that happens with especially first person shooters, where the field of view is quite tight. I think it's around about 90 degrees in Call of Duty on consoles, because you can't really change it. It could be because of something like that, but the main takeaway from this video is, you know, you're not as protected as you thought you are when you post up on corners. Or I tell you, let's do one more. Let's post up on a I've got a bit of blue tack on this controller because it's a bit knackered. Let's post up on say a barrel. Say these barrels, let's post up here. Can I post up? You gonna let me post up? Right, so we posted up there. Let me put the bit of blue tack on my controller so it stays where I want it to be. Come on, get down a bit. How about there? Right, so let's imagine I'm guarding that. Oh, hey! Oops. Right, that'll do. Right, okay, so I'll just take this other character. So, the bottom guy thinks he's just tucked in behind this barrel, nice and safe, just poking my head and my gun over the top. Well, actually, mate, I can see all your... I can see your shoulders, I can see your head, I can see an awful lot of you. So, in fact, we can probably do another example where if I come around from this direction... Right, now there we go. There's a great example there where, again, I can see his head, I can see his shoulders. If you look down the bottom screen, you can see me. There I am, peeking out. I haven't gone red yet because I'm not in the middle of the guy's screen. But it gives you an idea of the fact that you're not always as safe as you thought you would be. And you're actually exposing quite a lot of your body, which kind of makes sense, because if you were going to sort of stand up like that, even if you are crouching over a barrel and kind of aiming at each other, you would have to have your head and your shoulders above, wouldn't you? Because he would be resting his, in reality, he would be resting his elbows on the top of the barrel, in the same way that if you did something, you know, like this, you'd be resting your shoulder against it. So there we go. Be aware. You're not as safe as you think you are. Anyway, that's enough for me. If this has been a useful video, hit like. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe. Thank you very much, and I will see you again soon.